Hello, this is Liz from A Dose of Healthy Distraction. As always, you will notice that I am on my couch. It's where I do my best thinking, and I do have notes and things around me because I can't remember anything because I have ADHD. So today, I wanted to talk about ADHD and time management. I'm going to share a couple of secrets to how I have managed my time, and this kind of goes back several years to when I lived on my own. Well, actually, even when I was married and when I had to go into an office every day, because one of the questions I get pretty much 3 times a week, I'd say, via email from people is how do I get myself to manage my time better? And specifically, how do I get myself to work every day on time? And so I thought I would share some stuff that I've learned over the years about getting to work on time. Okay, so to begin, I'm not going to go into the time blindness thing that much. There is some excellent information out there about time blindness and ADHD. For me, time blindness basically means that I have a really hard time picturing the end game. I have a hard time picturing what it looks like to walk into work on time. And so for me to put the steps in place that I need to go through to get to work on time, that's hard. That is my form of time blindness. There is an excellent video, and I pulled it up here. It's under ADHD videos. ADHD videos. It was published August 21st, 2014. It is featuring Russell Barkley, one of my favorites. He is a genius. The video is called 30 Essential Ideas You Should Know About ADHD, and it's a 7-minute video, and he does a really nice job here of explaining time blindness with ADHD. So that is how it manifests mostly for me. It is different for everyone, but almost everyone with ADHD has some element of time blindness. Okay, so these are the steps that I tend to share with my clients when it comes to managing time, and specifically when it comes to getting to work on time. Okay, so the first thing I always tell people is, well, you need to have a goal. Okay, so that is step number one. When you are worried about managing your time, it can't just be a big diaphanous mess like, well, I want to stop forgetting my appointments, and I want to be on time to work. And I want to pick up my child on time from childcare too, so I don't get charged, and so on and so forth. You need to get specific because really we can only tackle one thing at a time. So like I said, we're going to go with the stated goal of getting to work on time. Be specific. Personally, I like really tiny habits. I like to talk about habit formation in terms of really tiny habits, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to think get to work on time, which is a little bit bigger than I like. Okay, be specific, set a goal. Our goal is to get to work on time, okay? Step 2 is to map it out. Now, because a lot of us are time blind, most of us are time blind, we have trouble mapping out the steps. So what I like to do, the exercise I do with people and that I did with myself several years ago was, and I have it written here, was I need to literally write down everything that has to happen from the time I wake up and my eyes open until I walk into my office on time at 8:30. Okay? And I mean detailed. And this might surprise you the first time you do it. So, for example, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I need to do is pee, not to get too personal, and brush my teeth. So I have to think to myself, if I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to brush my teeth, I'm going to be groggy. A lot of us are groggy in the morning. How much time will that take? Realistically, 5 minutes? I'm going to give myself 5 minutes because I am groggy, I move slow, I'm getting old, I'm stiff. So I literally wrote bathroom and teeth, 5 minutes on here, okay? What is the next thing I do? I have coffee. I have coffee and I take my meds. If you have ADHD meds, I recommend you take them when you get up because the chances of you forgetting steps along the way if you don't take them increase. Okay, so how long would it take me to enjoy a cup of coffee and take my meds, take my Concerta? Realistically, a whole cup of coffee before my medication has taken effect, at least 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm up to 15 minutes here. Coffee, meds, bathroom, teeth. I'm up to 15 minutes on my list, okay? I do this with people, and it's surprising. So what's the next thing I have to do? My instincts, my ADHD brain tells me I want to check my email, but I know that I'm going to get sucked in. So maybe I should prioritize doing something else that I have to do in the morning. I should shower. I should shower. How long is it going to take me to shower? Really, it's probably going to take at least 30 minutes, because if you're anything like me, I'll be washing my hair and I'll think of something, or I'll shave one armpit and whatever. So I'm going to give myself at least 30 minutes to shower. That sounds like a lot, but things happen, right? Yeah. So we are up to 30, 45 minutes. Yes. Yeah, we are up to 45 minutes just with showering, coffee, and meds. We need to eat something at some point. Definitely eat. It's good for your brain. Seriously, eat something. So whether you're making breakfast like from scratch or you're having some kind of cereal, that's going to be another 15 minutes. We are up to 1 hour. If you have children that you need to get up, really think about, how long is it going to take me to get those kids out of bed? Are they going to fight with me? I don't know. My kid fights with me every morning. So give yourself plenty of time to wake your child or children. I give myself 30 minutes to get my son, just to negotiate him getting up. I give myself another 30 minutes. We are over an hour at this point, and that is without any distractions. So say you did stop and check your email on your phone. Let's say we're up to an hour and a half. Okay? We're at least up to an hour and a half. You need to get your child dressed and fed, just like you need to feed yourself. So how long will that all take? Dressed, fed. Seriously, when it comes to getting your children up and getting them out, give yourself at least an hour. Once you leave the house, what are the chances you might forget something? If you're anything like me, you're going to go in and out a couple of times. I sometimes run up and down the steps from my garage like 3 times. Give yourself at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get out the door. And then you have to stop at childcare before you go straight to work. Childcare, camp, whatever your deal is, you got to stop somewhere. So let's really look at this and add up these minutes: 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 120 minutes. That's 2 hours. I basically have 2.5 hours on this list of things that have to happen before you even walk into the office. When you do this for yourself, this step number 2, this mapping it out, you will be shocked how much time you need. And I know it's really tempting to say, that's not good. I don't need that much time. You do. You do. So that's the second thing. You map it out, and you're going to shock yourself. Seriously, you're going to be totally shocked when you see how much time you need in order to get yourself out on time. Okay? Huge second step, but it's important, and you can just do it with someone like me, and it actually gets kind of fun. Okay, step number 3, give yourself reminders. Some people like phone reminders. I like phone reminders. I actually don't mind them at all. I give myself reminders for everything from texting and messaging clients to picking up things at the drugstore to reminding me to make a phone call. I use them for everything. For some people, the phone is a problem. If that's your issue, then maybe try a Google reminder. If you have a Gmail account, you can do Google reminders. That kind of stuff is awesome. Okay, step number 4, and this is big, is find a partner, like an accountability partner, okay? When you're trying to manage your time and you have ADHD, it is unlikely that when you start this, when you start to form this new habit, it is unlikely that you can just do it on your own. So whether it's a coworker, I used to have a coworker who was generous enough to text me in the morning sometimes and say, hey, how you doing? Did you have breakfast? Are you on your way? It was awesome. If you're not comfortable with a coworker, maybe find a good friend. Or if you live with a partner or a spouse, ask somebody just to send you a little message, even if it might annoy you, if they ask you face to face, how's your morning going? Whatever you need to do, find a partner, one person who maybe for a few weeks can just text you every day. I've done this for people, and they all tell me that it's really helpful to have an accountability partner. Okay, this is a big one. Number 5, step 5, predict roadblocks. For example, if you're trying to get to work on time and you're responsible for getting your children up and to childcare, you might run into some roadblocks. Everything from kids fighting with you, refusing to eat breakfast, not putting on their shoes or brushing their teeth. You could also hit traffic. So predict ahead of time what is going to throw you off. That 2.5 hours could turn into 3 easily. That means you could be getting up as early as 5:30 in the morning. Predict. Think ahead. I know that is so hard. That is so hard with time blindness. But predict some of the things that you know go wrong. And as you make that list in step number 2, you will start to see in that list where things go off the rails sometimes. I know where things go off the rails for me, and it's because I've done this so many times. 6, persist. There will be mornings when you were not at work on time. It's okay. It's okay. It's the effort that you're putting in, and over time you will form a new habit and a new way of looking at time. When you have ADHD, it will take you even longer to form a new habit, okay? But you have to persist. Whew, I was trying to keep this video short. Okay, I'm going to review my steps really quickly, and I'm going to wrap it up for you, okay? Step number 1, set a goal. Make it realistic. Make it pretty specific. I will talk about tiny habits later. Number 2, map it out. Literally sit with someone like me. Map out everything that needs to happen for you to accomplish your goal. Okay. Number 3, use reminders, whatever reminders you are comfortable with. Number 4, find a partner. Can be anybody that you are comfortable with. Again, I've done this for people. There's nothing like a funny text from a friend to get you going. Okay. Find a partner is number 4. Number 5, predict your roadblocks. We all have them. When you do that, step number 2, when you map it out, you'll be able to see where some of the roadblocks will pop up. That helps you to predict. Number 6, persist, persist, persist. Some ADHDers are good with persisting. Some of us have trouble. I personally have a hard time persisting. I know this is a lot of info. I threw at you all at once, but ADHD and time management is a whole cluster of things. And because of our time blindness, it is complicated. Take these 6 steps and run with it. Think about it. It does get easier. I promise. It does get easier. There are tons also here on YouTube. Go through and look for ADHD and time management. There are tons of podcast episodes. There's one with Eric Tivers that's really good. How to ADHD with Jessica McCabe. She has a great video. Look at all of these people that are giving you information. Take their ideas, pick through them, and decide what works for you. Have a great day.